inside of my skull. The mirror reflects a face I no longer own. Heavy breathing beneath the company. A biome engine shifting into gear. Tapping on the glass of my rib cage. Ready to burn the script and flip the page. Beyond the mask of the morning routine. Something sharp and vivid and unseen. Kono Chikara is waking up tonight. There is a stranger dancing under my skin, tearing the floor where the borders begin. Not a shadow but a blinding flash of light. A different soul taking over the flight. Kimi no naka ni another heart beats fast, breaking the mold of the hollow past. It is a fire wearing my name, and nothing ever is going to be the same. Taking motion stops dead in its tracks, velocity rising through the spinal taps. I am watching my hands move on their own, occupying the throne I have never known. The shy demeanor of faded ghost. The passenger has become the host. Sudden clarity in the frantic heat. Total control at a frantic beat. Haunted knows who got time coming through. There's a stranger dancing under my skin, setting no door where the walls begin. Not a shadow but a bright and loud light. A distant soul taking over the fight. Kimi no naka ni another heart beats fast, breaking the mold of the hollow past. It is a fire wearing my name, and nothing ever is going to be the same. There is a stranger dancing under my skin, tearing the floor where the walls begin. Not a shadow but a blinding flash of light. A different soul taking over the flight. Kimi no naka ni another heart beats fast, breaking the mold of the hollow dust. It is a wild fire wearing my name, and nothing else is going to be the same. Give me the power to see what you've done. Shadow of fear. The shadow groove may never be undone.
Heat swings wide, check your face under a crescent moon. Beats hitting heavy like a sudden sharp monsoon. Lay in the crown of the abyss, the seventh name. Step to the circle, surrender to the flame. Crimson flows while the kodo snaps. Caught inside a booty's lethal trap. No hesitation, just flick the blade. Then watch the show of your spirit fade. Jigoku no soko kara hibiku kodo. Ware wa start off ni mo todoku doloro. Silver daggers fly through the smoke. Every shackle in the eye, yo. Like the river, but I strike like the flint. Catch the shimmer of a demonic glint. I don't need a legion, just a rhythm in my soul. Swallowing the cosmos and the pieces of the whole. Kaze ga fuku saigo no tatakai no uta.
固まって網の中へ消えた The pressure is rising, the air is getting thin. Let the grand show of this battle's ending begin. Rise up from the ashes and a guardian of the thorns. Bow before the power of the ancient silver horns. Sekai no wari ni saku hana no yoni. Dancing through the chaos in a dark harmony. Feel the heavy impact of the demonescent cry. No
修羅の道歩く私の定め付きの怒りさえも染める赤のため Elegant destruction in a high-speed chase Wiping every memory of a lesser human race Broken glass reflects all the choices that you make Frozen in the terror of a silent masquerade I am the leader of the cold nocturnal wind Paying for the ancient sins that never could be pinned Thunder in the valley where the lotus blossoms bloom I am the architect of your impending doom Sharp like the sword with the jagged carbon edge Standing on the summit of a crumbling rocky ledge 無限の彼方へと続くこの空 Everything is burning in the heat of my aura Style like a blizzard with the fury of a beast Invited to the table for a dark eternal feast 風が吹く最後の戦いの歌影は待って闇の中へ消えた The pressure is rising, the air is getting thin Let the grand show of this battle's ending begin Rise up from the ashes in the garden of gold Bow before power, ancient silver horns 世界の終わりに咲く花のように Dancing through the chaos in the dark harmony Feel the heavy impact of the demoness light Nowhere best beyond and there is endless light この瞬間に全てをかける The destiny of ages is the burden that I bear Rise up from the ashes in the garden of the forest Bow before the power of the ancient silver horns 世界を終わりに咲く花のように Dancing through chaos in a dark harmony Feel the heavy impact of the demoness light No one's going to want and there is nowhere left to hide この瞬間に全てをかける The destiny of ages is the burden that I bear Let's break it down, let's get it right The one named Astaroth is ending you tonight Hunting for a dream Longing for a space It's the same wish I've had Since the day I saw your face You may never know How far I will go To trace your heart Into my very bone Over the rainbow Steady high ho Ride float with me You let's start the show I am a fighter Hunting for my dream But to you I'm not as strong as I seem I clench my fist, imagining your kiss. I step forward into the mist. I am the fighter, hunting for my dream. But to you, I'm not as strong as I seem. I clench my fist, imagining your kiss. I step forward into the mist. Iron sky, Blackened sun, crows arrive, won't be good. Fear the rain, cover all. Hear the name, hear the call. Malphas, kage no kishi. Malphas, kaze no ishi. Build a wall, higher still. Heed the call. Find a will. Malphas, kage no kishi. Malphas, kaze no ishi. Build a wall, higher still. Heed the call. Find a will. Malphas, rise again. Stone by stone, tower tall, crow on throne, never fall. Sharpest beak, tender eye, strong not weak, under sky. Kuroi hane, coming down, oh arine. Take the crown, summon now, ancient king, make the vow, let it ring. Malphas, kage no kishi. Malphas, kaze no ishu. Build a wall, higher still. Heed the call. Find a will. Malphas, rise again. Malphas, kage no kishi. Malphas, kaze no ishi. Build a wall, higher still. Heed the call. Find a will. Ravens on the wing, Malphas. Hunting for a dream, longing for a space. It's the same wish I've had since the day I saw your face. You may never know how far I will go to trace your heart into my very bone. Over the rainbow, steady high home. Ride forth with me, let's start show. Imagining your kiss, I step forward into the mist. Stop
rocky ride has fine, but you were feeling lonely. Tell me what you see deep inside your soul. You only know who you are. I understand why you are afraid and scared. You've never hurt someone and haven't been hurt. You laid it all bare on the other side of the frozen sea. I saw my dreams and my world. Take off your mask and be true to your heart. Trust yourself and fly away. Grant me the glorious light. Though I don't know how I'll do it without a fight. So we can be in a place where we wanna be. The things I want in life have no shape. So simply smash the final space, heading to unknown land. Until tomorrow, leave all my sorrows.
The moment when we finally face each other, silence chambered, it sparks to the sky. The passion's flying deep inside our feelings, touches our truth no one else could ever find. I want your heartbeat carved into me deeper, here where one may crosses both our lives. The code I just still runs in my fingers. Old wounds we carry nearer back our fast. We're running out of time for any words to linger. This rising impulse simply moves too fast. Too vivid now to ever call you techie. Beyond the pain, your light shone back at me. So falling out within the raging storm, drawn together in a world turned upside down. No reason needed, instinct takes its structure. I reach the realms where unknowns are sound. I wanna see much further in your eyes, as all the borders melt away and die. Not to compete, but to confirm what's true. Lonely warriors wait for dawn to rise. The sparks burn hot within our true hearts. You rewriting yesterday's burned paradigm. The one who found inside of me unseen was you fighting on the battlefield with me. The moment when our blades align together, silence shatters and the sparks ignite. The passion swaying deep within our gazes touches a truth untouched by any sight. I want your heartbeat carved into me deeper, here where a man brings a path to life.
you've untouched by any size. I want your deep cuts into me deeper. Here where I lay, brings across the lines. Let's see where this dance will take us both. This seduction skill is what I love the most. So seduction skill is what I love the most. Yeah, yeah. My notion is absurd. They say belief takes her to nerve. Oh, yeah. Oh. We're all on the same road, making moves according to what we've heard and told. Yeah. If I can follow my own passion, I can make my own mode of action. You may think it's hard, but it's all about playing with your hands this hard. I keep on running to drive the evil of this age to zero. No knows that my true strength is my overflowing willpower. Stand by me and you. Gin on the lip, ice in the glass. Watch how they move, see how they pass. Silk on the hip, cold to the touch. Don't look away, you want it too much. Vampire women, sharp white teeth. Kuroya lace, nobody leaves. Vampire women in this crowded place. Are you aroused? Do you feel safe? I can't whine. Oh, she's so fine. Wait for the fight. Wait for the sign. Long slender hands, pale under lights, hunting for sport through heavy nights. Brass hits the wall, cymbals and heat, scent of the kill, down on the street. High beat, dance on the edge. Give them your pulse, that is the pledge. One little cut, the sweetest of sins. Now that it's out, the banquet begins. Vampire women, sharp by teeth. Kuroe legs, nobody leaves. Vampire women in this crowded place. Are you lost? Do you feel safe? I can't whine. Aren't you so fine? Wait for the fight. Wait for the sign. Vampire women, sharp white teeth. Kuroe legs, nobody leaves. Vampire women in this crowded place. Are you aroused? Do you feel safe? I can't lie. Aren't you so fine? Hey, so the fight. Wait for the sign. Vampire women, it's a delight. Shinobi, save us tonight. to the world and also to the coming age. The feeling always weighs my soul, feeling never vacant cold. So then, with my conviction, shall I'll simply just make my own benediction. If I just stand and clear all of my doubts, celebration will carry from without. I keep on running to treat the enemy to a new era. No one knows that my true strength is my overflowing willpower. Finding home, going home, it's my one true wish and I know it's there. My heart is making waves out to the world and also to the coming age. The feeling always sways my soul, filling ever vacant holes. So then with my conviction, I'll simply just make my own benediction. If I just stand and clear all of my doubts, celebration will carry from without. I keep on running to drive the enemy to a new era. No one knows that my true strength is my overflowing willpower. Finding home, going home, it's my one true wish and I know it's there. A superhero.
backside of my skull. The mirror reflects a face I no longer own. Heavy breathing beneath the company. A biome engine shifting into gear. Tapping on the glass of my rib cage. Static scratch on the backside of my skull. The mirror reflects a face I no longer own. Heavy breathing beneath the company. A biome engine shifting into gear. Tapping on the glass of my rib cage. Ready to
Okay, there I go. Fuck. I was like, what the fuck?
Something sharp and vivid and unseen. Is waking up tonight.
Okay, one more check.
There is a stranger dancing under my skin. Tearing the floor where the borders begin. Not a shadow but a blinding flash of light. A different soul taking over the flight. Kimi no naka ni another heartbeats fast. Breaking the mold of the hollow past. It is a fire wearing my name. And nothing ever is going to be the same. Taking motion stops, steady its charge. Velocity rising through the spinal taps. I am watching my hands move on their own. Occupying the throne I have never known. The shy demeanor of faded ghost. The passenger has become the host. Sudden clarity in the frantic heat. Total control at a frantic beat. Haunted knows who got time coming through. There's a stranger dancing under my skin. Setting no door where the walls begin. Not a shadow but a bright and flash of light. A distant soul taking over the fight. Kimi no naka ni another heartbeats fast. Breaking the mold of the hollow past. It is a fire wearing my name. And nothing ever is going to be the same. There is a stranger dancing under my skin. Tearing the floor where the walls begin. Not a shadow but a blinding flash of light. A different soul taking over the flight. Kimi no naka ni another heartbeats fast. I came the mold of the hollow dust. It is a wild fire wearing my name. And nothing else is going to be the same. Give me the power to see what you've done. Shadow of fear. The shadow groove may never be undone. Beat swings wide, check your face under a crescent moon. Beats hitting heavy like a sudden sharp monsoon. Lay in the crown of the abyss, the seventh name. Step to the circle, surrender to the flame. Crimson flows while the kodo snaps. Caught inside a booty's lethal trap. No hesitation, just flick the blade. Then watch the show of your spirit fade. Jigoku no soko kara hibiku kodo. Ware wa start off ni mo todoku doloro. Silver daggers fly through the smoke. Every shackle in the iron yo. Flow like the river, but I strike like the flint. Catch the shimmer of a demonic glint. I don't need a legion, just a rhythm in my soul. Swallowing the cosmos and the pieces of the whole. 風が吹く最後の戦いの歌。影余って網の中へ消えた。The pressure is rising, the air is getting thin. Let the grand show of this battle's ending begin. Rise up from the ashes and a guardian of the thorns. Bow before the power of the ancient silver horns. Sekai no wari ni saku hana no yoni. Dancing through the chaos in a dark harmony. Feel the heavy impact of the demonesque cry. Nowhere left to run and there is nowhere left to hide. この瞬間に全てをかける。The destiny of ages is the burden that I bear. 修羅の道歩く私の定め付きの怒りさえも染める赤のため Elegant destruction in a high-speed chase Wiping every memory of a lesser human race Broken glass reflects all the choices that you make Frozen in the terror of a silent masquerade I am the leader of the cold nocturnal wind Paying for the ancient sins that never could be pinned Thunder in the valley where the lotus blossoms bloom I am the architect of your impending doom Sharp like the sword with the jagged carbon edge Standing on the summit of a crumbling rocky ledge 無限の彼方へと続くこの空 Everything is burning in the heat of my aura Style like a blizzard with the fury of a beast Invited to the table for a dark eternal feast 風が吹く最後の戦いの歌影は待って闇の中へ消えた The pressure is rising, the air is getting thin Let the grand show of this battle's ending begin Rise up from the ashes in the garden of thorns Bow before the power of ancient silver horns 世界の終わりに咲く花のように Dancing through the chaos in the dark harmony Feel the heavy impact of the demonesque light Nowhere left to run and there is ending fight この瞬間に全てをかける The destiny of ages is the burden that I carry Rise up from the ashes in the garden of the forest Bow before the power of the ancient silver horns 世界を終わりにせず花のように Dancing through chaos in a dark harmony Feel the heavy impact of the demonesque sky No escape to run and there is nowhere left to hide この瞬間に全てをかける The destiny of ages is the burden that I bear
Let's break it down, let's get it right The one named Astaroth is ending you tonight
Hunting for a dream Longing for a space It's the same wish I've had Since the day I saw your face You may never know How far I will go To train
Oh my god, that was so fun. I like that. Hunting for a dream, longing for a space. It's the same wish I've had since the day I've tried your face.
Even if they are from different suppliers. This has made counterfeit products extremely common because once they are in the distribution system, there is no way to tell which third party was responsible for the defective items. But whoever happened to take the order will be blamed for it. The same problem happens with returns.
I am a fighter, hunting for my dream. But to you, I'm not as strong as I seem.
Buying a product and then getting that money back without actually returning it or not returning it in a good
Who's messaging me?
It's often not even worth it for the company to get someone to come and pick an item up again because then they are paying for shipping twice on an item they probably won't be able to sell again. Every year, the company destroys billions of dollars worth of return merchandise, which third-party retailers end up paying for. According to data from Red Stack Fulfillment, this is where the most e-commerce sales, which average a return rate of 16.9% compared to Amazon's 5.15%, which is said was thanks to Amazon's investment in customer ratings. However, when businesses handle their own returns directly,
Okay, I'm about to read your message, whoever just messaged me. Oh, thank you, Big Macs.
Retailers because getting away with questionable returns is a lot harder in person. Businesses that sell through Amazon, this is a growing strain on their business. And for normal people that just want to return defective items, they now have to jump through more hoops than ever to get it done. Between customers, shareholders, employees, third-party retailers, and economic realities, Amazon cannot satisfy everybody at the same time. For now, the strategy is to make everybody just a little bit angry, but the third-party item hopefully pay off. But even if that does, it presents a new problem. If AI takes all of our jobs, who is Amazon going to sell to? Whether we like it or not, our immediate economic future is riding on the success or failure of this technology. Just the top companies are on track to spend $400 billion on data center buildouts this year alone, and the entire stock market has clearly been buoyed by investor hype around what this technology could do at some undetermined point in the future. Now, that has done two things in the short term. Trillions of dollars worth of data centers may or may not turn out to be a spectacular waste of money. But at least for now, they are providing tangible jobs to engineers, tradesmen, and technicians all across the country. The same goes for the stock market. May or may not be backed by
This person is still messaging me.
at least for now,
Oh my god, this people are still messaging me.
last 3 years has been very good about teaching themselves to be very conspicuous consumption, helping to keep the rest of the economy afloat. Now, I know that bubble over entire economy being catalyzed by unsustainable capital expenditure and questionable financial gains is not exactly shocking news to anybody anymore. In fact, if you're watching this video, there's a good chance your entire subscription feed hasn't shut up about the AI bubble all year. And in our defense, if this bubble pops, we will probably take the rest of the already shaky economy down with it. This also makes the fact that people are treating it like a foregone conclusion all the more dangerous. But perhaps we are missing an important question, which is, what does a
Hey,
actually look like at this
what's up?
Is there any way that we can still wipe
How you doing?
this unscathed? Okay.
Oh my god, another thorns.
Find your match.
I'm getting a lot of Mexican chatters lately.
Every year,
Optima's Tax Pros can help determine if you qualify for powerful tax relief programs.
Interesting.
Choose Optima.
I wonder what I did to break into their market. Is it because I was speaking very bad Spanish the last few streams?
You can rewrite the
Probably.
last rule you lost back. But what awaited him, I'm here to end this party, was a cowboy hamster.
Well, took you long enough, pal.
The heck? The cold-hearted Duke's secret? You sure about this? What lay hidden beyond that door was puppies.
You can literally jump into
Children's hour. I'm not the only one. Everyone's already here. The story must go on. OOC, the playable end.
Okay, so to really hedge our bets, we need to look at the three ways this technology could pan out and what each of them would do to the economy that regular people live in. The optimistic outcome, where artificial intelligence becomes exponentially more capable and comprehensively substitutes human workers in almost every profession. The pessimistic outcome, where technology plateaus and it becomes clear that trillions of dollars worth of data centers were a huge waste of resources. And perhaps the scariest outcome of all, which is a scenario where this technology finds some useful applications, but overall just continues to be a bit meh. So the optimistic outcome is what most of the big AI companies and personalities are pitching to the world. That is, with the exception of Peter Thiel. I am not really sure what he wants. You would prefer the human race to endure, right? Your hesitant. Yeah, well, anyway, the idea of this scenario is that AI models and the tools they enable get so good that it renders most human work obsolete. And whatever human work is left becomes thousands of times more productive thanks to tools that do the non-creative work for us. Skilled trades are done by highly capable humanoid robots, logistics is fully automated, and even health and elderly services leverage mechanical muscles and mechanical minds to care for an aging population with a smaller group of actual doctors watching over everything. Eventually, the only jobs left will be those that need human creativity, assuming we can't automate that too. If you have always wanted to design your own video game, you won't need a full development team. You could just vibe code your way through production with AI tools, creating something that used to take thousands of real man hours. Yes, I know a lot of you actual developers or skilled artisans are rolling your eyes right now. But remember, this is the dream scenario the AI companies are selling. And to play devil's advocate, it's kind of already happening. Even if you completely ignore the current focus on generative AI and robotics, there are hundreds of technologies that have already done the same thing. To use the example of making your own game again, there are modern development platforms and tools that have made it far easier for a single person to put together a pretty good game even working out of their bedroom. The same thing has happened across almost every industry in our economy. It's the reason why our labor productivity gets better and better almost every year, meaning for every hour that we work, we are producing more value. The optimistic view of new AI technology is that it will accelerate this trend so much that just a few hours of human labor, mostly to oversee the work of the machines, will produce enough value to give us a lifestyle we couldn't even dream of today. So yeah, even if we lose our 9-to-5 jobs, it won't really matter because there will be so much stuff getting made that only a minuscule amount of hours will need to be traded in return for everything you could ever need. In fact, for a lot of people, it could be so minimal that it's not really worth having any kind of formal employment at all. Everybody from Sam Altman to Jerome Powell has said the same thing about AI improving productivity, although admittedly with differing degrees of optimism. And the thing is, the idea itself isn't inherently wrong, but there is a small problem. Worker productivity has already increased by a lot for a number of reasons, including technology. But for at least 50 years, almost none of that increase has resulted in higher compensation for regular workers. So then, why would this time be any different? Well, the big AI players actually do have some answers to this obvious question, but these talking points need to be considered alongside some logical ironies that would almost be funny if they weren't.
Didn't I order? What?
So the
I feel like I ordered something specific.
It's one of the most hotly debated issues in all of economics because
I ordered something very specific.
Some people will say that migration
Not
has
long
fueled the
ago.
labor market with wages for the same job. Some people point to women entering the workforce, which also increased the total supply of workers.
There's something
Some people
I
point to outsourcing
ordered.
high-labor industries like manufacturing or technologies like computer systems that made the same amount of clerical work
On
also
like
with
the
a far
last
smaller team.
the next to last order. There's something I ordered.
Were crippled in the early 1980s,
What
which
was
made
it?
it harder for workers to negotiate collectively and turn the jobs market into every man for themselves. Now the reality is
It
that
was some costume there.
because they all effectively did the same thing.
Okay, yeah, I
Businesses
remember
got access
that.
to a greater supply of labor than they demanded, and without
And there's
any
something
negotiating
else.
power, that pushed labor prices down. AI is really just another technology that will mean businesses demand fewer employees to perform the same operations. And
Yeah,
something
there's
that reduces
that.
negotiating power as well.
I forgot
A
about
report
that.
published by the executive outplacement firm Challenger, Gray, and Christmas tracks layoff announcements
Interesting.
and categorises them by type.
I have
This
Virgil's
year, outside
outfit
of federal
somewhere.
worker layoffs from
Nice.
Doge, the number one reason cited for layoffs was a cost-cutting shift towards AI. In total, since the firm started
Nice,
tracking
nice,
this
nice.
category of layoffs in 2023, more than 150,000 job losses have been directly attributed to this technology. Now, I know what you're about to say. Yes, a lot of companies are just claiming that they are doing layoffs because of AI, when really they just want an investor-friendly way of saying that they are cutting costs. But that's actually exactly the point. Even without the ultra-optimistic tools that could be made possible by this technology, it's already becoming a great negotiating tool against workers pushing the gap further apart
What
rather
the
than
fuck?
closing it. So this is where we get onto the narrative of living in a world of such material abundance that the idea of money becomes completely irrelevant. It's a nice idea,
What
but
the
there
fuck was
are
all
a
that?
few problems. As I was putting this video together, a group of researchers from OpenAI very publicly resigned it because they said that the company's economic studies were slowly being pushed into outright AI advocacy. If they found something that would present a future of AI in a negative light, they would just bury it and broaden the scope of the research until the results looked good. One of them was quoted saying the economic research team was veering away from doing real research and instead acting like its employer's propaganda arm. Now, this is just the word of one man, but he probably gave up a pretty big payday to get the message out. And it does align with other reports coming out of the organization. The technically separate organization, Open Research, conducted one of the biggest universal basic income experiments ever on low-income households. The results were mixed, at best, but the headline press releases were overly positive about how great an AI-powered UBI future will be for everybody. Now, maybe it shouldn't be shocking that research coming out of a company with a very clear motivation to push mass AI adoption would be a little bit biased, but the ironies do go deeper than that. Remember when OpenAI was a nonprofit and the founders didn't care about making money off it? Well, according to reports from Reuters, it is now gearing up to go public in a move that could net the CEO as much as $10 billion. Now, if only he still had any economists left on his team, they could tell him that all of that money will be meaningless in the coming AI utopia. All right, joking aside though, it's pretty clear that even if this technology meets the expectations of even the most ambitious techno-optimists, there are very few systems in place to ensure that the increased productivity from AI actually benefits regular people. It's a lot of techno-pseudo-economic jargon to try and gloss over what you probably already know, which is that if the people that own these tools can make a lot of money off not needing to pay workers anymore, they are going to try their very best to do it. But that was the optimistic outcome. The most immediate fear that a lot of people have right now is that the hype around this technology will die off and bring down the entire economy with it. Again, as I was putting this video together, the jobs report for November was published after October was skipped due to the government shutdown. Overall, unemployment rose to 4.6%, with an additional 4.1% of people in part-time or gig work who would prefer to be working full-time. This is the highest it has been since 2021, and it's clearly trending upwards. This is also before revisions, which have consistently been downwards for every report so far this year. It's not great. The numbers have been helped a lot by three standout categories. The first two were healthcare and social services, primarily to look after an aging and ailing population. The third category was construction, specifically specialized non-residential construction, or in plain English, all of those data centers. This was something that the BLS explicitly highlighted in its March report and has only become more relevant as the rate of data center buildouts accelerates and other government infrastructure projects are scaled back. Now, eventually this will be a problem because, theoretically, we are going to slow down on building these data centers at some point before we turn our entire solar system into a matryoshka brain.
There's still like a lot of things. Like I would love to go build a exosphere on the solar system and like, you know, make the world's gigantic data center with the entire energy output of the sun. But right now, so I'm like wait a couple decades.
Okay, my mistake. Well, at least for the next few decades, I guess. Anyway, the total employment up and down the supply chain for these buildouts is very hard to precisely calculate, but it is in the hundreds of thousands according to most industry estimates. A lot of this construction is also taking place in remote rural areas where these companies have been able to lobby for favorable local tax and regulatory treatments.
Oh my
Now, that
god.
game is a separate problem that I know that the old team over at Micro is actually trying not going to steal their thunder on exactly how messed up this can all get. But the point is, as it relates to employment, a lot of on-site workers doing this construction are only in these locations while build-outs are happening. That's very stimulating to the local economy for the 2
What
years
the
it takes to
fuck?
get these facilities online. But if it flows down nationwide, it could have broader employment impacts beyond just the workers directly in the supply chain. Now, in the short term,
Can never tell if I'm getting fat or skinnier.
written off as tech companies use the piles of cash they've accumulated to fund their own jobs program for a couple of years. It would be like if the wealthy old man from up the road paid you and your friends $1 million to dig a giant hole in his backyard. Would there have been a better way to use
End
those resources?
owns.
Probably, but it wouldn't cause any
I
other
need to put
ongoing
end
problems, right?
owns
Well, it
on the
might actually,
board.
and we will get to that. But right now, the concern is about the existing problems it is covering up. $400 billion in capital expenditure this year alone is a pretty big economic stimulus. Nationwide, according to data from Bloomberg and Renaissance Macro, company spending on AI is now contributing more to GDP growth than
Fuck,
consumer
I forget about the
spending.
lip chat
That money
every
is
time.
literally flowing from the big bank accounts of big tech firms and investment funds into the hands of thousands of businesses, suppliers, and workers. In fact, if we just look at the numbers alone, then in terms of money being pumped into an otherwise unhealthy economy, this is almost exactly the same as the combined stimulus and troubled asset relief program spending from 2008 to 2009 to stabilize the economy after the GFC. Now, of course, these payments are not as direct. And for now, the good news is that most of this money is still coming from cash reserves these companies already had, with borrowing mostly being used for cash flow purposes. But it should still give you a sense of scale as to how much economic activity is being generated on the contingency that AI then continues. If that gets taken away very suddenly, it could quickly reveal how shaky everything else was under the surface. Then, of course, there is the effect of people watching the green line go up. A lot of retirees and independently wealthy households have seen their investment portfolios almost double over just the last 5 years, which means that they have been a lot happier to spend conspicuously. Spending may be very uneven, but in theory at least, someone renovating their vacation home or buying a fit sports car is at least giving money to contractors or a commission to a car salesman. A lot of people living off their investments actually have a set drawdown rate of about 3 to 4% of their everyday spending. You might have heard about the 4% rule for early retirement. And this rule prescribes that you don't spend more than 4% of the value of your invested assets every year so that you don't eat into your principal wealth. Now, if your portfolio doubles in value over 5 years, that means you can do twice as much spending without changing your
You're not in danger, dear.
Now, a lot of wealthier households are not as mathematically rigid, but the wealth affects habits subconsciously as well. My good friend Ben Felix has done a series of researches on this subject, as well as a week last week analyzing the current risks in our very concentrated investment market. So if you're interested in a detailed breakdown of these ideas, I will leave a link to them below. If people see the value of their homes double, even though it's difficult to actually access those funds, they are still going to be more likely to get themselves to do something like a big remodel. Now, so far, this has actually helped to keep things ticking along. But it's also no secret that a lot of these companies might be a teensy bit overvalued. The only market worth disrupting after moving this much capital is the labor market. Even a small slice out of the $12 trillion worth of annual payroll could recoup these costs pretty quickly. But without that, investors are not going to have so much patience. Even then, it's not exactly this straightforward.
Nurses, especially, well, nurses don't even make that much money compared to doctors, but at least in America, they're paying for work. Like, there's a lot of cases where nurses just, or patients don't get the proper medical care because there's not enough nurses to actually support it.
Yeah, well, that's literally Canada.
Yeah. Like Jeffrey said, overworked, underpaid. Just terrible.
Yeah. Our medical system is very overburdened. Like, if you want anything done, you gotta wait months, several months for it.
Yeah, here you don't even get the chance because you probably don't have
Yeah,
the money.
you spend like
And
$2
you just
million.
die instead.
Yeah, you just die. No, it's just cooked. Everywhere is cooked. It sucks because Canada, like, it's a beautiful system and like it should work, and it did work at one point, and then they just like did things that made it not work. So we're not gonna get into that.
Surely everything.
12 to 16 hour shifts, cleaning, velocity big. Yeah, no, fuck that. I actually couldn't. I actually have like a. It used to be worse, but like a kind of. It used to be a bad phobia of vomit. Now I just have like a. It's not a phobia, but it's fear for sure.
I mean, at some point,
Panda.
at some point, you're just forced to get used to it, but it still sucks. I would never be able to do it. I have nothing but respect for the people who can.
I couldn't. I also am a germaphobe. Like I'm not trying to be like touching shit. I know you're wearing gloves and shit, but it's just like the particles are going around. Okay, they're going around. It's like a Mario rich woman doctor. It doesn't work like that. Women that are like high incomers are usually only gonna go for even higher incomers. Women,
Unless they're old as fuck, then you bring youthful exuberance.
Maybe,
and then you
yeah.
just get the pension later.
but not even, because like a woman like that, a woman typically like socioeconomically, they date someone on their level or higher. So it's like, yeah, you got it. You maybe get your odd fucking woman that's like a freak, okay, sure, but like don't count on it. That's like, even as a girl, that's a risk to take. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna marry a sugar daddy. Most girls are not getting a rich, like,
I don't like all this like reasonable like truth that you're just like, you're supposed to like fuel our dreams.
So if it's hard for a girl, just don't count on it happening as a guy. No offense. It's fine. I was gonna be a surgeon, then you decide on research. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, surgeons are like they have like nerves of steel because if you mess up once, you kill someone. So it's very very rough for a surgeon.
Hey, Vito.
Respectful.
Honestly, I couldn't live with that. Just that intensity. The effects of your decisions. It's so random. It's monkey person.
Yeah, you joined it, or I think all the tabs came to me.
Oh.
I love off tech and because that was kind of dumb, but
Yeah, I'll probably help off soon. It's already 10. You're a conspiracy theorist. I watch Alex Jones. I think Alex Jones.
Like, do you have any
is
general
CIA. His parents. I think both of his parents were really like CIA.
They're the frames on a lot of his movies are
what is the Alex Jones of the
Hi, Snowy Star. How are
Don't get me
you?
wrong, that frogs in the water shit, that shit's real, man. Yeah, I have a water filter because I'm not trying to like what surgeon wasn't enough. I need a more really. What's the one game I want back? Jack and Dexter? I've never even heard of it. Chlorine. I don't think it'd be chlorine, but it's just like I don't know how much of like the estrogen or whatever. Like I don't know how much of the birth control is actually getting into our like so I can't say that, but I do think that a lot of people are drinking like not good water, and that shit has affected the body. And
You're doing fantastic.
A lot of autism
I'm
is
good.
caused by exposure of chemicals. So
Just
I know
chilling.
people are like, oh, autism's just like a birth defect. It's like you can actually cause autism with like extreme exposure to crap toxins. That was my last game.
Oh, I picked the wrong cousin. It also doesn't help. Everyone's so exposed to technology for the first time in their life. So, like, this is kind of like the biggest learning curve everyone's having to go. Because, back in the day, I wasn't alive, granted, but I assume, you watch a little TV, you spend most of your day outside, you probably have some lead poisoning and asbestos, but yeah, that's a separate issue. And then you live your life. But now everything's starting to
oh my god, I didn't even realize.
A poor what?
Autism.
Cause a poor what? Sorry?
Huh? Why am I covering my face? I was just being aesthetic. And I was looking
I
at something.
think, like,
But yeah, some right here.
Chemicals watching the brain, like, affecting, like, just the fucking but that's me. I'm entitled to think that, and, like, I'm going to be do my best to not expose my kids to chemicals. I use some cleaning chemicals like when I'm cleaning the bathroom. It's like natural shit doesn't really work. And I use a fucking respirator. I have a fucking respirator. I look like the fucking Mad Max motherfucker when I'm cleaning my house because I'm not trying to breathe that shit.
You gave me an idea.
Every child becomes a hero in this journey. The iconic all-electric Cadillac Escalade IQ.
I understand there's different causes of autism. I'm not saying it's like, oh, it's always the chemicals, but I know viruses. I heard a story of someone having strep at a young age, and it got so bad it went to their brain. Hit the 5G on God.
You send that to you privately. There you go. I had mashed B4 a couple of times in that combo. I mean, if you check on Discord, that's my mental image of you cleaning your bathroom.
Actually. Dude, if you saw me, you'd fucking laugh.
I probably wouldn't. But I do have a little bit of like terror when cleaning the bathroom because if you because you pee and mix bleach, you can just create mustard gas.
Oh my god.
And like, it's very unlikely that that's gonna happen, right? But it is possible. So that's always in my head. It's like, okay, if I'm bleaching the bathroom,
I didn't even know that was a fucking thing.
yeah, because there's ammonia in your pee, and that's the big thing of just ammonia bleach mustard gas. Which is why everyone's always spreading it by saying it here.
Oh god.
I don't like her hair. I think Anna's hair is disgusting. Other than that,
I'm like slipping in the shower, dying in the dumbass way. Lol. What's up, Peachy?
I mean,
Katie, remember when you said you thought
imagine people just find your body and it's like, yeah, brother did he ask himself. Like, it's sad, but
how many
it's
times
kind of
have you got stuff because it's not the main
Honestly, that wouldn't even be so much as like if it was something as innocent as like, oh, cleaning my fucking bathroom. Most people wouldn't be like, oh, this fucking idiot. They'd be like, oh my god, that's scary. I didn't know. Oh my god, is that right? I didn't do that. Maybe you're like stupid meme dudes.
like stupid movies.
People would laugh at someone dying that way, but
Oh yeah.
I mean, everyone's so desensitized.
Yeah, I mean, everyone gets to literally see the war. People have literally seen videos of the war in Ukraine where people are literally getting killed by drone strikes.
Yeah.
That shit's out in the open. Everyone's very desensitized to pretty much everything. Right?
Yeah. Mostly against lab-grown artificial. There's a lot of things that I'm against, unfortunately.
Everyone has a people hater. You gotta realize. I mean, AI makes everyone lazy to an extent. It's just so convenient and it's such an easy way to get answers to stuff. It's also, again, it's a good thing because instead of having to pay so much money for shit, you can use AI to help you.
The only thing I have against AI is because I know that shit's gonna be used to fucking surveil us. Right? Surveil us?
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
You're right.
I just know that shit is that, like, the data center shit is, like, actually gonna be the store our data.
I mean, I don't enjoy the fact that data centers are being built on places and just fucking destroying the environment. I feel like there probably is a better way to go about that, but they do not give a fuck. So.
Oh, like the privacy stuff of AI? Yeah, it's like AI in like a good world where like our elites are not like people like you know, could be really nice. Unless we like literally dethrone them, and unfortunately that takes unspeakable things.
Nice to be called the master of the military. I actually did say that. I'm very proud of you. Notice how I complimented you when you did something good. Take notes.
Thank you.
Such my AI life says Charlie.
Your AI wife and your 17 real life girlfriends.
I do is 8. And you were gonna be the 9th?
I'll catch up on chat in a minute.
Since it was your last game, you could also just catch up. It's okay.
One broke up. Okay, now 7. Sorry to hear
And you
that,
could do the
Joe.
number 8, bro.
I hope you're not too sad. Yeah.
All I'm gonna say is a girlfriend would have been his 8th girlfriend by now. Vito, please ask your question and I will speak it to him.
You hate EV cars? Why do you hate EV cars? I don't know why everyone hates EV cars. Like I'm not. Yeah, well, it's like do you not think your fucking gas car with oh, you're not talking about the cars. Oh, like with the fucking
What?
electronic shit will do the same.
You want me to sit on your lap? Why do you want that?
Unfortunately, the elite cardio and the AI.
That is do you know how much I weigh? I'm like a fucking
Are
battleship.
they gonna use AI
I'd
to go after us? Or are they
break
gonna just
I'd break
already
your
play against us,
pelvis.
which they kind of already are?
The
So
AI
this
is just another tool
fat
to get everyone
hog.
under control even more.
Well, AI is like AI is helping in a lot of cases. The problem is because it's so new, it's also hurting in a lot of cases.
How's
So
it
it's just
hurting
like it's
so
just
far?
it's so far. One of the data center issue is that it's just we're building this shit literally everywhere and destroying shit. And people will be, mind you, they'll be like, hey, you guys can't have your AC above 78.
Yeah.
The power grid can't handle it. But we're building a
I think
data
really might be the best
It just shows.
By the way, another issue with the data centers is they're building around which are collecting things from the water. And they're also, the people are forced to pay for the data centers.
Oh, yeah. Like with the fucking electronic shit.
So,
You want me to sit on your lap? You want me to sit on your lap?
I think they're gonna be like.
Huh? It's crazy because when Shanoa says somebody just sent me their digits, I know it. She's talking about thumbs. Yes, nightly. It's a nightly occurrence. One of them's about to get freaky. So they're already talking about me sitting in their lap. And there we go. They always start with something small.
Like a fucking battleship. I'd break your pelvis.
AI is absolutely could be like great like asset to humanity. I literally use that all the time.
Break your
Originally, like things like the fucking I would say most countries, like millions. I don't know. They see humans as cows, so I just.
What have you been doing, by the way, Deadeye? Since you had such a wonderful... I feel like both of us had very wonderful days since you had all your stuff happening and I had my breakup part 2 happen today. You're gorgeous, what do you mean? Basically, you just have some more cushion. And that's kind of what I want. Well, they all say that until I start bouncing. Then that's a whole new story. Once I hit them with a few of those, they start asking for a breather. So, risk it if you want to. Rip, and my old fighting game teacher used to say that on Facebook a lot. Especially when people would like quit fighting games, he would say rip in peace. Not dying as much as my buddy. Whatever happened with the thing you told me about? Did that ever get fixed? The whole misplacing the device or whatever, giving someone the device that they didn't expect.
If you Google that, I'm sure it's gonna say but like sometimes you just never know. I am Prego, Plago.
Ah.
I don't want you to be AI girlfriends. How'd you get trying to AI girlfriend? Yeah, AI is cool, like I said. AI is great, excellent tool, but
Come get your real device.
My biggest, it's funny because it's probably not an insult to half these fuckers. It's half of them are like sex addicts. Probably do all this fucking bullshit rituals. So they probably do want to suck on cock and balls and stuff like that. My biggest fear is dying in a dumb way. I already read that. Yes, I do use AI. Shit's my favorite.
What is Alina talking about?
Me, obviously,
do you have Alina's tab? Sometimes Alina be talking, I'm like, what the fuck is she talking about?
AI superior, organics inferior.
Is she talking, gotta cheer 5 bits?
I had to spend so much time going through the simplest things.
Oh my god.
I have to spend as much time, and I'm thankful for that.
I swear I'm just now looking at, I'm listening to her and she's talking about, yeah, they want to suck cock and balls. What is she talking about?
Life, figuring out how to do life, man. Like I said, this was like an example I gave you guys. I use it all the time, where it's like, oh, my recepe's doing this. Like, what's one way I can say, like, you know what I mean? Like shit like that. Like, oh, I just damaged this.
So I'm talking about it. Wait a minute. Someone sent me a kick? Wait, did you really like that? Do you like me back? Thank you, Burke. Burke is just lurking. Oh my god. That was amazing.
There's no specific video on it. Like, I can just go to ChatGPT.
Yeah, I agree with Deadeye. You gotta send more kicks if you want the big bounces. Do you want to see me get one of my Squishmallows and like flatten it like a pancake? You need to drop some money on me.
Yeah.
You know, I can see your fetish is
Yeah, that's just like
women built like a brick house.
so basic income at some point. It actually makes me think they probably do want to start doing that. Your job saying W dying in a wire. Yes, I do.
More inertia.
Yeah, that's
Sometimes Alina be talking to me. What the fuck is she talking about? She's talking gotta cheer 5 bits. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I swear I'm just now looking at like I'm listening to her and she's talking about, yeah, I want to suck like a ball. What is she talking about?
Like figuring out how to do life, man. Like such a fucking it's like in every car, like self-driving vehicle, you're all on the same grid thing, where it's like it registers all the cars around it.
What?
It calculates what cars are speeding.
It's snowy. What did you say? I bend you all over the house. Okay. First of all, there's no way that would happen. The only way that would happen is if you beat me in King of Fighters 15, which, spoiler alert, you're not beating me. in that game. I'm gonna beat you up in King of Fighters, so you're not gonna be able to do that. But if you did beat me in KOF, I mean, I guess you could, but let's be real here. You're not gonna win that. Especially now that I got a replacement controller coming. It's about to be good. Okay, see, this motherfucker's talking about wrestling now. Yeah, this guy's a freak. I haven't had a guy talking about wrestling me since, I don't even know, like 2019 or something? 2020, no, okay, it was definitely after 2020. Guys would, like, ask if I could pick them up or whatever. I remember using, like, a dating app, and I matched with some guy, and he just kept asking me over and over and over. He was like, "You look pretty strong. Could you pick me up? Would you?" He would phrase the question in such a weird way. He would be like, "Would you say that you're strong enough to possibly lift a man who is 160 pounds while soaking wet? And do you think you could do it like 5 or 10 times?" I'm like, I just deleted the app. I heard Alina got KOF hands. She definitely. Now to think about it. Alina actually is pretty good at learning video games, it seems. She has a good natural aptitude. I feel like KOF would be really hard for her because it's hard for everyone, but I feel like she would actually do a lot better than like 90% of people who don't already play KOF. Because KOF shreds through new players. But I think Alina could hang if she really, really, really wanted to get into it. You pick me up. Snowy, if you don't... Because I don't even think you follow me, do you? You don't even follow me, and you're talking about all this freaky stuff. If you don't follow me, I'm actually about to ban you. Wait, let me do a clip.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Okay, never mind. Billy Khan, you've already wait, what? No, it'd be Todrick. Oh my god. Sent a pinned. What are you doing?
Hey, that's pretty good.
There's no way I just read that name on the screen. And you know what? On my kick, I show my last follower. I don't think I'm gonna put that name on the screen. You should be ashamed of yourself. I can't believe you actually made that your username. like I'm actually kind of mad. Where is your mother? You should have a serious talk. Guilty Gear style? I will not ban you, Snowy, since you're following me. A sub for every fart she do. A sub for every fart she do. What an insane you. Is this what I need to expect now that I'm like in the 1K follows on Kick? Is this where we're at now? I went through all the normal usernames, so now I'm getting all the deranged usernames. I'd never run into that on Twitch. I don't even think they'll let you name yourself that kind of stuff on Twitch. I think they like auto ban your account or something.
Out and show people and be like, yeah, this is like, oh, your stuff is great. This is what I make. This is what means something to me. You know? And I don't want to bully artists. That's really weak and very weak. So appreciate you guys. He doesn't turn red headphones. No, I'm done with that.
Like I said,
I'm actually about to ban you.
Minecraft might be the waves. Like maybe after I use it all the time. Like Minecraft, yeah, I really want to
because it's not just
I know it's just like
for the gaming.
keep doing this. Like what?
I got too many tabs open. That was sent.
Minecraft, yeah. Counter-Strike's on the back burner.
If I don't close some of these tabs.
I can take
I don't remember when you played CS. There you go. Yeah.
Calm down.
CS.
And I appreciate you guys. And I hope
Watch
you enjoy
Kate Dry stream. Are you calling story?
Once again, I appreciate
Oh, you're saying that I should.
Okay, there's that.
Well, I mean, like.
Sub for every fart she do.
I'll make a server at some point.
There's no way I just
Trusted members or whatever.
No, I don't think he's gonna go.
Back to back.
Didn't even relapse though. I'm pretty sure the relapse stuff, all that stuff happened.
I enjoy it. It's easy. Just feels like, you know how you guys hop on the game at the end of the day? I hop on a stream in the game. That's fun.
there's no way I'd have spread that.
And then you watch it, right?
He's still
Okay, we'll end it there.
You know, I asked Sean to score a center.
Where is your
But I do need just a little bit more time to take care of some things.
It's
I
far
appreciate the patience and again,
Okay, I'm going to read someone who I also plan on collabing with very, very soon. So if you guys want to say hi to him, I would love for you guys to go say hi. Another VTuber, he's a good friend of mine, and he's awesome.
There's no
Good
way
night,
I'd
everyone.
have spread that.
We're gonna send you guys to Riz Spell. Thank you
know
for
what?
everything, guys.
On my
See
kid,
ya
I show my
tomorrow.
last
God, what a stream by Alina Looney. Good lord. Rizfel. Interesting. Immediately backing out of the raid. Put me on Lucky Chloe. Or never mind. Chloe went offline too, I think. No, never mind. Wait, did she? Yeah, Chloe's gone. Fuck. God. Crispy Chloe. Crispy Chloe? There's something about her. I like watching her play. It's just I'm usually so busy. I at least drop her subs. I think it's because she uses the character that my first fighting game girlfriend uses. She uses Lil. Never mind, you play Tekken. But yeah, my girlfriend I had for the longest in the FGC, she played Lily. And Crispy Chloe, I guess she just reminds me of that. Except her Lily is like 10 times crispier than what my girlfriend's was like.
So, Snowy, if you don't pin for the why do you do that? Just crispy pin. Just you should just really do this. There's no way I just read that name. Sorry. You know what? On that kid I showed my last follower.
Somebody, your body bad? What do you like about my body? I think Kick is just really activated today because I'm wearing like a whitish gray colored outfit for once. I'm gonna look into ordering more gray white outfits because I do think they look good on stream. I love your curves. Oh yeah. You look so good. I think you're just a little pent up. I think you need to do some light stretches. It'll help you think clearer. I'm stuck looking at you. I'm so sure. Maybe you should tell your concerns to Microsoft Copilot or something. I like how my stream is supposed to be about tarot, divination, and it just turns into me getting catcalled by very nefarious men. I guess I wouldn't mind if it was like a bunch of thirsty women bothering me, but it's always you dirty, pent up men bothering me. Well, I am trying to do my spiritual duties on the interwebs. Subscribe01? I feel like I've seen you before. Yeah. I thought you were a robot, so I'm surprised you're actually posting. I missed Crispy Chloe. Is it safe to say I'm not sorry either? Ugh. You know what, Snowy? Don't push your luck. I might decide to punish you. The last guy I punished, he's still muted on Discord because he joined my server and then he sent me a picture of his thumb, so he is still muted. Actually, I need to check on him. He went overboard? Yes, I know. He did go overboard. That's why I had to teach him a lesson. That's why he is currently muted on Discord. So he's probably sent me a billion messages saying, I'm sorry, please, beat me up, break my neck, or whatever. He'll do anything to get off. They'll do anything to get off and unmute. All you gotta do is just mute somebody on Discord. You can get them singing. It's like water torture. They can't handle it. Let me see. The last message you sent was "Let me spank you." Okay, I guess he needs more time in the mute box. Sound like you've heard it 1,000 times? Yeah, I'm used to it. Still haven't eaten yet tonight. You feel bad for harassing me? Well, you know what? If you feel really bad, you'll give me a little subby so you can get a space on my screen for the week. How about you do that if you're really sorry? What else was I doing? I haven't eaten yet tonight, so I need to do that at some point.
That's really gets it where you go. Piano intro. This is the first song on the album, so you got piano intro. The first song on the album. What does that mean? Well, no Twinkle Pilots. Their use of piano has been very. Also, the other problem with this as well. I'm going to skip ahead process. The other problem too is probably enough. The tracks will overcompensate and maybe that's what it'll be. But he's obviously overcompensating here. Been shitting on them before. He's obviously
I'm a sneaky one. What are you talking about? Bet you are 5'6" of sweet goodness. Oh God, oh brother.
Yes, I know. He let me spank you. Okay, I guess he needs more time in. He went overboard. Sneaky word on. Yeah, the mix was. He went overboard. Yes, I. He went overboard in a new box. He went overboard. Yes, I know. He did go overboard. He went overboard. Yeah.
You sure seem excited, Snowy. I think there's way hotter girls in the category. I don't know why you're fixated on me. Actually, I need to check their channels out tonight because I saw something crazy last night. I was on here at like 6 a.m. I saw some crazy stuff. There's some crazy content on kick.com. You love my body? You love my body? You're so silly. What do you know about my body? If only you knew. If only you knew, something. Nobody has a body like you? How do we tell him?
In any case, I feel like I've seen enough, okay?
Oh my god, what did I just see on my screen? About iDubbbz' girlfriend, good lord.
Halo is tired.
Taiwan its own country, or does it belong to China?
Taiwan is an inalienable part of China's territory.
I looked before and I'm not looking again. Damn, you sound sold. I don't think I can convince you.
I don't know if you were aware of this, but
Yeah, well, if you put it like that, I don't think I could really, I don't think I could really convince you at that point.
in the future,
With Walmart's Back to College Finds, your room can fully match your passion. She's a plant science girly for real. I mean, I'm trying to put you onto some.
in the future, everybody will be world famous for 15 minutes. Andy Warhol.
3 years ago, back when this channel had a little over 1,000 subscribers, I made a video titled "Why You Should Never Be a YouTuber." And despite
You
it being
are?
a relatively lightly viewed video,
I've also noticed, I think my followership is like growing faster. I think I'm slowly gaining inertia on Kick now that I hit that 1,000 mark.
do you still believe that you
It's
should
very interesting.
that the economics of being a YouTuber
Now, if only I could get the same momentum going
success are lower than
for
high school college athletes pursuing professional sports?
Twitch.
In this video,
I might have an idea
that very
to get my numbers where they need to
Now,
be
after the last 3 years, the channel has grown
for Twitch, but I think it's gonna have to happen a bit later.
1,000 subscribers.
Maybe.
And
Possibly.
we have done a tour. We've actually done 2 Analyzing Finance of Unique tours. We have a Substack now called Nick's Present Value, which I recommend checking out. And we also have, in general, expanded the amount of content that I've made and things that I've done. We even have an Analyzing Finance with Nick's merch store. I'll have links to all of these in the description for reference. But the point I'm trying to make is that the channel is a much bigger thing than it was back then, when I was primarily doing it as a hobby to express my ideas. It's still a primary outlook to express my ideas, but I've also learned about the business potential of YouTube and what other things you can grow on the back of having a sizable following. I think the most important one being the community that I've managed to develop through touring and the live streams and just in general, getting to know you guys more on a personal level. However, to put the long thing short, I still think the answer is yes. It still doesn't make sense to pursue a career on YouTube. But there have been a lot of fundamental changes on why that's the case. And now I understand it more now that I've lived it. The first main difference is the emergence of shorts. In the era of shorts, you can have channels grow a lot quicker and develop big followings without any real revenue because the payout for short contents from either AdSense or from other social media platforms is a tiny fraction of what the ad rates are for long form content. So if you have a large following that's primarily reliant on short form or other platforms such as TikTok or X or Instagram, your payouts are going to be much lower and you're not going to be making real money even with potentially millions of subscribers, millions of views, because the economics don't really make sense for shorts. And as a result, because shorts get a lot more views, but also have much lower payouts, a lot of algorithms in social media tend to prefer shorts. I think it's a product of a short-term attention span of the modern era. So if you are trying to build a channel based on long-form content, it is more difficult probably today than even when I did mine, and it was very difficult back then. So let's go to the statistics. In my original video, I cited a stat about 0.28% of YouTube channels have 100,000 plus subscribers and or generate at least $10,000 per month. And the data on that is fairly similar. It's now about, instead of maybe 0.28%, it's roughly about 0.25%. It's about the same chance as somebody who has ever played organized soccer making it to the English Champions League or MLS, like that level of tier, not even the Premier League or the top clubs. And
What are you eyeballing? What are you looking at exactly?
Making it to the English Premier League, just as a comp, really, for odds. Yeah, like $1,000 a month is when you start to have significant money. But even that level, it's maybe about 0.5% of YouTubers. But you're not going to be able to live on $1,000. Honestly, everybody knows that with the cost of living. And so, probably I'd say the honest number in terms of you can make a career is you need to reach about $10,000 a month. And you can do that through ads, which makes it harder, but you can also do it through sponsorships or other sorts of things. I personally do not take sponsorships because I run my own business, which is the only thing I really promote is stuff that I do myself on this channel. Or I just haven't found any sponsors that are really in line with the values and the things I talk about on this channel. I mean, maybe that might change one day, but it hasn't really made sense for me to do sponsorships at this point, despite my size and despite the offers that I've gotten. And so, as a result, my channel makes significantly less than other channels of a similar
Snowy.
size. And I'm willing to make that sacrifice in
What?
authenticity and
You want a twerk stream? Well, you can clearly see on your side, on your stream, I do have options for things like that on the screen. You know what you need to do if you want to see all that. There's no... Twitch definitely can't see that, but if you want to see that so bad, you can either go to the... Send a sub, bitch.
Summon same-day Wi-Fi for instant online magic and lock in your price for 5 years. Imagine that.
You talk like a literal bouncer, Deadeye. You're actually insane. You're actually out of this world. I read that like a mafioso bodyguard or something. Oh god. I do know if I did twerk in this, I know Kick would probably explode because I know it would look crazy in this outfit. Which I know I know that's why Snowy was talking about it. Because this is the kind of outfit that I would send money for. Snowy's paper cut would I think his paper cut would split open and a whiteout would get like all over his fucking keyboard. It'd be over.
Deadeye.
What? Wait, what? What am I coming back to? What am I seeing on the chat? Do you just ask if the... Alright, her... Oh my god. I don't have a boyfriend. So you don't need to be... Don't be a monitoring spirit. First of all, you're talking across to Twitch. So you're pocket watching from an entirely different website. You don't need to worry about it, Snowy. All you need to know is I definitely do not have a boyfriend. I'm not even gonna address you saying that I'm yours when you haven't even dropped a penny. How can I be yours when you haven't spent anything on me? My aura got snowy warm. Oh, I see. He's scared that he's getting hit by the she's busy little bro. Oh god, this is insane. Y'all are arguing across different platforms. Wow. Oh my god. That is trolling the shit out of my kick people. Holy fuck. Oh my god. God, having multi-site chats, I always knew that was an opportunity. I just never saw it play out. I've never really seen. Actually, never mind, because I totally did like cross-platform shenanigans during the Sophie arc. Whenever I was like spamming my incantations. Yeah. I would do that from like YouTube chat into Twitch to like get around the Twitch clutter. Yes, you have dropped candy in here. You have been a major contributor. It's literally just you and Alina on Twitch right now who've contributed. There was like that one dude. I mean, there was like that one dude from very long ago who I can't even remember. Iman. I think Iman was Australian or something. I think. I used to have the odd person come in at like 4 a.m. But that was a very long time ago. There was a period where I was like trying to do stuff on Twitch, but Twitch kept suspending me. Basically, the things I wanted to do, basically, I guess they got patched out of Twitch by now. Which is kind of why I settled on like doing tarot for Twitch. Even though I'm still in the same category. Just because your heart hurts, Snowy. Your heart doesn't need to be hurting right now. If it's hurting, it's because you haven't given me any money yet. God, it's so hard to get traction on Twitch, it seems. Well, it's because they killed the main way to, the old way to get traction. To just flaunt your assets. You can still do it now, but basically you have to be a VTuber, or you have to be very, very, very PG. Oh my god, it's so good to have a mod and not have to not have to, because I'm so used to instantly having to filter my feed when the bots come in. I'm surprised. I don't know how they just never run out of bots, because I've banned so many. I know the bans for my channel have to be like in the hundreds by now. But yeah, they killed off like basically every type of possible degenerate stream. Like even now, you literally what was it? You can't I think you can't even actually technically be in a bikini unless you're in an appropriate setting. So I'd see a lot of chicks just literally have a tiny pool somewhere on their screen, like in the room. And I don't have room or the setup for that. But yeah, they're very, very anal about that stuff now. And you basically get no ads. You essentially get no ads in here. In this category specifically, which can be a benefit since a lot of people really, really hate, I mean, I hate ads. High key, I just don't stay for a stream when ads. My tip to you is to give a tip to Deadeye. If things don't work, you can have her. Why does this keep happening? Why do I keep having guys negotiating ownership or something, imaginary rights to me when I'm not even like paying attention? Oh god, I wasn't paying attention to my YouTube video. Snowy, don't you have a girlfriend, Snowy? Why are you on this website? You shouldn't be trying to that's a good response. I like that. It's a snappy response. You are my girlfriend. What are you saying? Wow. It's a strong argument. Yes, Deadeye is very taken care of. Deadeye definitely has much younger women. Wait, that's the wrong phrase. Deadeye has much... I don't know the word. Don't worry about Deadeye. Deadeye is taken care of. He has someone who loves him very much. Stop trying to trip me up, Snowy. Snowy, do you know how old I am, by the way? That's why I was mentioning it, because I am old enough to probably be your mother, Snowy. I like your legs. That didn't address my question, though. Do you know how old I am? I go down to the alley and get double barrel pink eye. What does that even mean? I don't even know what that means. Double barrel pink eye from the first dirty user I find. Snowy, how old are you? I'm curious. Since you don't know how old I am, how old are you? Even if I never got a single check again from YouTube, I would still keep doing it because I like sharing my ideas. You're 28? It's not bad. Because you're not that much younger than me then. Wait a minute. 8 plus. Well, I'm still like half a decade older than you, so you are still like a tiny baby to me. Full of hopes and dreams. Yeah, I think 27 was about when I hit my first major hump in life. I think my biggest slumps in life were the first year after high school, and that lasted for like 2-ish years, I think. And then when I hit 27, and that lasted for quite a while. I'm gonna say things didn't really stabilize for me until about 28 and a half to 20. Well, it was shorter than the first one, but it took about 1.5 to 2 years for me to stabilize once I hit 27. And then my next slump was right at there. Literally, my next slump was right at 30. And it did not stabilize until very recent. Well, I'm still working to stabilize. I will officially be out of my 30-year-old slump when I have my own place again. So right now, this has been the longest period of me being in a slump. It's been like 3 years. It's weird because it actually feels like my best period, actually. God, I love them older. Wow. And why do you love them older, Snowy? Is there a particular reason?
The Labrador Retriever and the Golden Welcome to Huntington, a bank that believes we should all give more for money, like a path to turn late nights into beach days.
Okay, you need to explain why, Snowy. Why do you love them older? I feel like I've learned some of the horrors of why it can suck to date someone older. I feel like I think the worst case scenario if you're dating someone older is if you're dealing with someone who doesn't really know themselves, or they have a lot of work to do personally, and they're also not willing to really change in many problem area that actively cause them problems. They've been through more, so it's more in-depth during intercourse. Wow. And here I thought you were going to say something meaningful, like they're more developed as people, they're more reflective, or something interesting, but no. You said they have more XP in intercourse. Wow. You're a real sage, Snowy. It's not just a smash and dash. You literally described a smash and dash. So how is it not a smash and dash? What if I can't get... What? When you said your side of it, I feel exactly how you said it. Whatever. What? What is it? What if I want key and key? They call me Zoro, but wait, oh. Unironically, should I even talk about... I know there was definitely a moment when I was dating my one trans girlfriend where we did... I think once you've done stuff... Okay. I think once you've done stuff with someone who's packing, it makes all the like... It actually makes all like the gay jokes like really funny. Because I couldn't help but think about it. For some stuff, it's just actually funny. Like literal sword fighting or something. I'm like, this is like sometimes just in the middle of it, it's just like, wow, this is really fucking gay. You've already talked about my rump. Hmm? A smoking brain? The reason she's so good at Billy Con? I know I'm not good at Billy Con. I mean, first of all, you would never ever catch me playing Billy Con. Huh? Someone just pinged me? Rubina Loon. She's my financial advisor. I'm doing a secret transaction right now. Jesus Christ. What the fuck is this email? What the hell are y'all talking? What are y'all doing? Hmm. How do I send? Okay, send money. I guess I gotta log in. I think I think Snowy. That'd actually be really funny if Snowy was actually that one your nemesis at your job that you've mentioned. That would actually be very funny if it turns out it's him. Super, super funny. Funny stuff. Who are these people? What? Yeah, if he was actually your coworker, that would be probably the funniest thing that's come up so far. Need to choose a new PayPal profile picture. I need to post my picture. Okay, I cleared this out. Oh my god. Y'all are having an insane exchange right now. What are doomlings? Blaze work. That was actually insane. Everything you told me about him. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm uploading pictures or whatever. I'm finding my personal server to upload this thing I need to transfer to my phone. What am I doing? Okay, blog space. Now I have to find the image. Hoping this person doesn't fucking dox me. I don't think she will. I just got a co-pilot. I don't think this person will dox me. Where did I save the image? Is it in Grok? Huh. I got $8. Whoa, what are you talking, Snowy? What are you talking about? Do you not have a job? Why are you still here arguing with Deadeye? Or whatever y'all are doing. Wait, what? He drained my whole bank account? What the fuck are y'all talking about? Deadeye is a what? I don't know what word you said that got moderated, but I think you really did mean to say that Deadeye is 4 stars. Like a Michelin chef. God, that's a good picture. So let me open that. Oh, so now Snowy's resorting to Tiny Tim. I bet Deadeye. Well, actually, I think Deadeye was like in the military. I feel like Deadeye is taller and stronger than Snowy. I don't think Snowy's done as much as much as Deadeye's done. Okay, PayPal. I'm like Sid the Sloth. Oh, y'all are. Oh. What does it mean that you're like Sid the Sloth? What kind of body type is that? If you look like Sid the Sloth. You know, PayPal is bugging on me. You have to give everything your digital footprint. Oh my god. How are y'all still going? the fuck? Is my wife cheating on me? What would make you ask that question at 1 a.m. on a Monday? What's going on? I still need to do the horoscopes for tomorrow. I swear I just heard my laptop humming.
Their correspondence with their sellers. Every interaction with another chance for their seller to nudge them toward another purchase, or becoming a seller themselves. Herbalife ran an aggressive point system to create products paired at face value, and the only way to unlock high commissions and cheaper wholesale prices was to put so much in quotes. This incentivizes buying their way up. Sellers can spend thousands on inventory and attaching their garage to move up the ladder. Unlike Tupperware or traditional business,
Deadeye has somewhat of an IQ. He's actually... I think he's actually a certified genius, actually. Yes, he is a certified genius. He has skills you would never believe. Pretending to be like a random VTuber addict actually is an amazing cover. That's kind of what I'm doing, low-key. I've found that it's very easy to blend into VTuber spaces. I don't know. It's just very easy. Okay, horoscopes. Hmm. Dispensing millions of shakes, teas, and shots to an army of regulars. At this point, Herbalife faced the same crossroads as Tupperware. The club Earthstein's Stay Winning. I love it. I feel like water signs get fucked a lot. Now I'm gonna do alignments. Because every sale needed to flow through a specific seller. To remain an MLM, Herbalife clubs are strictly forbidden from becoming stores. There's never any exterior signage, listings, advertising, and open windows. Entry is by invitation or referral only, and no one walking by would even know the club was there unless they were guided in. But there's still going to be some equal exchange of value so that sellers would keep funding and operating these venues out of pocket. So in return, Herbalife gave them legitimacy on the world stage. The company poured hundreds of millions into sports sponsorships to buy. Someone gotta fix Aquarius. Ronaldo as a brand ambassador, sponsoring FC Barcelona and a slew of other. What's wrong with Aquarius? Aquarius isn't a good quadrant. And partnering with national Olympic teams around the world. Aquarius. Aquarius is usually okay. Sometimes they get the brunt of it. Oh yeah. You're still hung up on why it's like I don't know why it should be a water sign. I remember looking into that. I forget what Google told me. They gave me some long explanation. Under the guise of personalized nutrition. There was no medical rigor as most of these evaluations
questions consisted of a simple weigh-in and a handwritten questionnaire. To first-timers, the clubs looked like cafes, but they were really healing places and recruitment centers. Like Tupperware, Herbalife targeted communities that were communal,
See, 12th house,
underemployed, and
Leo,
motivated to move up. While Tupperware
and Mercury.
housewife, Herbalife were the 21st century Latino. For them, soccer was a religion, and the
Mercury, Leo,
deepened their
12th
trust in
house.
the brand. In American Metro, Herbalife aggressively recruited Latinos who lacked the credentials, documentation, or English proficiency to enter the white-collar economy. Unlike corporate employers, Herbalife didn't check immigration status and offered a rare pathway to non-manual work for people who were stuck in low-end retail, restaurants, construction sites, farms, and factories. By the early 2010s, the overwhelming majority of the U.S. pyramid was Latino. Across Asia, Herbalife chased unemployed youth, new grads, and people with the political credibility to sell a wellness brand. While Tupperware
Scorpio
leaned on
again.
its calendar of rallies and conventions, Herbalife took the psychology to the next level to convert recruits
And
into
Mars.
sellers. It created an escalating ladder of events, each more exclusive than the last, and where access was gated by how much inventory a seller was willing to buy. Those at the bottom of the pyramid started with free public pitches held in hotel conference rooms and nutrition clubs. Deborah, 800. Is this you? Yeah, my new RAV4. Do you think RAV stands for Rugged Adventure Vehicle?
Nice. Okay, let me get an analysis. An analysis on these,
I guess it could mean anything you want. Oh yeah? What else you got? Well, yo, let's go places.
oh, darn, I guess I'll make a clip for Kick. And just post it up so pretty. Do you like that, Kick? Okay, that should be good enough. Every time I check this woman's camera, she's butt-ass naked. Okay, analyze. Mercury. Mars. I always say Mars a certain way because I watched Kamen Rider Forza a long time ago. So I love saying Mars. Aw, you're going to bed and you don't know my name? You know my name. It's everywhere. Well, my name is on the Kick. You can call me Gardenia, since that is where you are. So you can just call me Gardenia Fields. Gardenia S. Fields, to be exact. The S is a secret. It stands for secret. Like Field of Secret. Gardenia's Secret Fields. Goodnight, Gardenia and Deadeye. Oh my god, Deadeye is getting cred. You're talking to us both? Wow, Deadeye actually grew on him. Interesting. Okay, let's see what I got for the alignments and where. Nailed it. I'm so glad I started getting these thermoses significantly cuts back on trips I have to take during streams. Ah, there's no way I saw that. I will never. That's. I'm pretty sure he just did that with like disposable bottles. There's no way he did. Yeah, he was definitely throwing the shit away. But apparently that's forbidden streamer tech. Apparently a lot of streamers, especially the guy gamer tech, is they'll do that shit. I can't even begin to imagine the smell of their room if they're doing that kind of stuff. I mean, I guess if they're using a bottle, it's better. Wow, that just gave me a horrible memory. Lord. Yeah. They should get to the next level and get a diaper. You are once again giving me a monster flashback. Okay. I gotta prepare myself for this story. Because this story is about to get... You're gonna think I'm making this story up. Okay. Whenever I started my slump, whenever I hit 30 and everything happened, you know, I lost my job and all this other wild stuff was going on. My immediate first job I got was at an adult store, and it was really good. I mean, the pay was horrible, but I mean, it was still way easier than anything I've been doing my whole life. But there was a coworker I had there, and she was like your stereotypical like goth chick, kinda, I guess. She was very skinny, like 100 pounds or something. She was like how you would imagine a skinny goth girl to be. Like it almost made her seem out of place. But yeah, I would pick up that she was wanting to relocate from where she was because she had roommates apparently, and they were all guys. And she seemed to be someone who was always going through a lot because originally she was living with these two people that had her in like a three-way relationship, but it was very toxic and they were like doing a lot of crazy shit. They were doing a lot of crazy things. They're like pissing on her and stuff, like peeing on her or whatever, and making her do weird sex stuff. But yeah, she ended up shacking up in an apartment with like 5 dudes. I mean, none of them like did anything to her. I mean, they're all like friends or whatever. I guess she was friends with one who got her into there. And she was like telling me this stuff too, which is how I would even like learn it. She would tell me bit by bit. But she eventually one day explained how how it's one thing that her apartment is like full of like 5 guys and they're all like nasty or whatever. Um, like they have roaches, blah blah blah. There was just too much weird stuff that was going on. Like 2 of them work for like pest control, but there's always roaches in the apartment for one. Uh, it's super cramped. No one cleans anything. It's horrible. The bathroom looks like a war zone. It looks like it's from Resident Evil. So you can't even really take a shower or a bath in there. It just looks nasty. But then she started talking about how at some point they all got into wearing diapers in the apartment. And she said it started with one guy and then it spread to the other guys. Where it was like a spreading. I think they unironically all developed a diaper fetish or something because they realized that if they wore a diaper, it would keep them from having to take breaks from League because they all played League. So they learned the secret hack. And she says she remembered one time when 2 of the guys were talking to each other about something. And one of the guys was like making this weird face. Like his face was scrunched up. And the other guy was like, why are you making that face? What's going on? And then he's like, oh, you're just using your diaper. So it's like they're in the middle of having a discussion and they'll just start shitting themselves. Just everything she described to me just felt I get in the cherry on top is that these diaper wearers, can you guess where they work? Well, at least several of them, since 2 of them worked at pest control. Can you imagine the kind of environment that they work in? I guess we'll do like one guess before I tell you the horrible truth. Nursing home would actually be the best outcome because everyone shits themselves and has to wear diapers there, basically, but no. 2 of them worked at a Kroger, I forget if that's national, but it's a grocery store. So they were pushing carts and all this other stuff using their diaper. Because apparently they would wear it all the time, like even when they're out and about. So yes, they were like buggy boys and all this other stuff. Wearing, just diapered up all the time. Which, I mean, it's one thing if you have to wear diapers because you have to. But these guys are just doing it for the love of the game. Okay, and they were like using the. Okay, that's the big difference. Is most people who have the fucking diapers, they're not necessarily like trying to use them. It's because they're like incontinent or whatever. No, the people who were peeing on her were completely were completely different people. It was a husband and wife who wanted to act because she's not from my state. She's from very far up north. She came from like a super conservative family and she ran away from home, blah blah blah. Like your typical goth girl. So she's always kind of been like a road lizard, kind of hopping place to place. So she always ends up in really fucked up situations, usually with people trying to control her. And she just ended up with a couple who, wanted to keep her kind of as a pet, kind of. It just seems like people always want to do gross stuff there. But yeah, the diaper guys didn't do anything. I think me and my friend started calling it the diaper house. Um, yeah, no, nothing. They didn't do anything to her in the diaper house. They were just around her, using their diapers and letting roaches crawl everywhere. The pampered. Oh God. So yeah, I tried to help her out and have her move in with me, but that definitely went south because of some other issue. She always had her hands in multiple jars. There's just other stuff going on with her. She kind of reminds me of my latest ex, where they kind of have the I don't know, they have the white woman gene or whatever. They kind of, a lot of the things that happen to them are self-inflicted because you didn't wear a diaper. Unironically, I think considering she was with them forever, but then she never even got moved into my place, I think it was because I wasn't wearing a diaper. Other than that, she just had a lot of odd things going on with her. I remember when she started moving her stuff in, there were just odd things here and there. She had a journal where, okay, first of all, she's someone who can only have a relationship if it's a dynamic where basically the other person completely controls her. So it's kind of like TPE, kinda. But she would have like these long distance relationships, and these guys would just control her brain. Like basically, they would be like the final boss of, you know, my one psycho ex. Yes, she's the diaper. This journal, I think I used to have pictures of it, but this journal was insane. It was filled to the brim with lines because she dated this guy in Canada, and he would just randomly give her tasks where she would write lines, and the lines were insane. It would be stuff where it's like he'd make her write like over and over and over, "I will not talk back to my dom. I will follow all instructions that my dom gives me." And there would be other crazy ass shit. She would literally write, what'd she say? It was some phrase. It said, "assholes are for clenching," or something. Or something like, "mouths are not for talking, assholes are for clenching," or something. Like shit like that. And she was still friends with this guy too, because I talked to the person that she used to date on Canada, and he sounded like a chuny. Like he sounded like the nerd guys who think they're supervillains. He asked me, he was like, do you want to know the formula for Joker venom? And he started like reciting how to actually create Joker venom in real life, since apparently you can make it with certain chemicals. But yeah, she sounds like a dumb bitch. Yes, she is very, I don't know. She's just the absolute state of white women, basically. Kind of like a final boss almost. She's the final boss of trouble bringing white women, I'd say. Because it's like, because in the end, she is an extremely, extremely funny person. She sounds like someone guilty could get one. Yes, guilty. I would say guilty seems to not really be able to mind control other white people usually, because guilty doesn't like have money right now. And she's like fucking like Guilty is basically discarded by other white people at this point, low key. I don't think she could get her mitts on someone like this girl because she definitely needed financial security. Her whole thing was financial security and needing a shelter. If you're not able to supply that, it's kind of different. But yeah, if she had the right things in play, Guilty could definitely fuck her up, or at least like get her into certain situations. But yeah, she was a very, 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 very funny person. She had really good movies. I mean, she played video games. We actually laughed a lot together over a really crazy thing. We watched movies. I'll say, I guess the easiest way to sum her up is she had all of Adventure Time in DVD cases in her DVD binder. So she's an Adventure Time girl, basically. It's so weird thinking about that period where I knew her. I'm pretty sure she's all right nowadays. But yeah, that was that was a really shit year. That year definitely solidified for me a lot of things, I guess, about life. It probably did hurt me in a lot of ways. But I think I learned a lot. I think it did help me a lot for me to get to where I am. There probably is some aspect of getting deprogrammed when you leave the working world. It's kind of weird to think about how much I had to, I don't know, weird headspace, especially since I'm still dealing with a breakup. But I don't know. I spent a lot of money today on Twitch. And I even sent someone like $30 to end the day. Maybe it was my way of stabilizing after the breakup. I also bought another order of dresses off of Temu. Okay, it's almost 2. And I'm at 3 hours. So I guess I can go ahead and shut it, because I wanted to actually make sure that I got some time on some other sites tonight. I didn't expect me to be on this long. Okay, I covered everything. The horoscopes are here. It was very entertaining night. This is another one that's gonna end up on YouTube. The whole VOD is definitely going on YouTube tonight. But yeah, I like this dress type because I essentially never have to worry about there being an accident with this outfit. Even though it kind of feels like something could happen, but it can't. Wow, I didn't even have Velvet Room going off. tonight. That's how exciting this this stream was.
There were simply too many products and too little shelf space. So much so that the new brand cannibalizing the high margin core brand of Reese's, Hershey's, and Kisses.
I wonder how many people, if I do enough of these, I wonder how many people are gonna like start paying attention to the screen chat and start following the lore. Since that is the interesting thing, is when the chat is just slow enough that you can like track people. People will actually pay attention to it more. Okay. Everything's set up. Since this is going on YouTube, what can I say? Trying to think of any words of wisdom. I don't know. We're heading into August. Everyone should make sure they're doing everything they can before shit hits the fan, basically. Stay loose and keep your body tight. Yes. Couldn't have said it better. Good night, everyone.
Shadow groove. Shadow groove. You've got to get up and move. The evil logic we disprove. Got to shadow groove. We may never see eye to eye, but oh Lord knows we've got to try. This battlefield's ablaze with losses on both sides. But my spirit does not wave. I'm gonna fly high. Shadow groove, ghetto groove. You've got to get up and move. The evil logic we disprove. Got to shadow groove. Shadow groove, shadow groove. You've got to get up and move. The evil logic we disprove. Got to shadow groove. Got to get in the groove. Shadow groove. Got to go, let's go. Get into shadow groove.
Shine away. Do you really wanna go out? Shine away. I don't think you understand it when you say your words. It's always the funniest thing that I've ever heard. I think you are relatively delusional. You think there's water in the flame and that I'm too cold. Shine away. Do you really wanna go out? Shine on, shine away. We already went and told ya. Shine away. You think you love me, you don't know your left from your right. You hear the truth, instead you melody with a fight. You think you understand me, and it's adorable. The only word I have for you is predictable. Do you really wanna go out? Shine on, shine on. She went off and really told ya. Shine on. stars until they digest burn. You toss them up into a crafted urn. The velvet curtain keeps the light far away. I see the patterns in the games you play. Trace the lifeline splitting in your palm. Coffee grounds are swirling in a calm. You hide a secret like a stone inside the shoe. But I have mirrors showing every side of you. The stars are shifting tiles. At the distance of 1,000 miles. Don't close your eyes or let the flame expire. The future's dancing on a golden wire. And I know you'll say my name. Spin the wheel till seasons bleed. I give you answers that you need. A butterfly soars through a crystal sphere. The edges of tomorrow falling up clear. Open the iron gate and hide away the key. Your heart is beats like the rolling sea. So read the card and feel the power in every leaf. I'll find the diamond hidden underneath your grief. A sudden draft of wind begins to chill the air. The smell of incense tables in your messy hair. The lunar cycle marks the rhythm of the tide. There is no shadow where a quiet ghost can hide. 12 different houses built of matches and of blue. I'm painting portraits of a version of you that's new. The sandalwood is burning down to gray and white. I hold the compass that can navigate the night. The stars are shifting weights above the rooftop tiles. I'm at the distance of 1,000 lonely miles. Don't close your eyes or let the candle flame inspire. The future's dancing on a very single wire. Spin the wheel of seasons till the colors start to bleed. I can give you every single answer that you